So this is the Supreme Court's response to a request from the Republicans in Pennsylvania today. They filed an emergency request with the Supreme Court saying, please tell the Secretary of State in Pennsylvania to direct all counting officials to keep separate any of the ballots that arrived after Tuesday until 5 o'clock tonight under the extended ballot deadline, and tell them not to count them. Now, tonight, Justice Samuel Alito, who's the justice that handles emergency applications from that part of the country, did not give the Republicans what they've asked for. He said, OK, once again, we tell them that they have to keep them separate and to count them separately. But he says, until today, we didn't know that the guidance had been changed. We think it's important. He's asked for a response by 2 o'clock tomorrow, and he says he's referring this to the full court. So this is sort of an interim response. It doesn't give the Republicans everything they asked for. In fact, it doesn't give them much. But it says we'll get back to you later after the full Supreme Court can discuss this.
And does that mean that, you know, you're saying it doesn't give them much, but it essentially segregates those ballots? Does that imply that there could still be a case and they want to leave them there so that they can adjudicate it? Or does it just simply delay? And if they're just delaying and they don't mean to actually take up a full case, I'm not sure I understand what the delay what would be the point.
So under the previous order from the Secretary of State, the counting officials were already segregating them. They were already keeping them separate. What the Republicans said today is, we know the Secretary of State gave this directive to the counties. We just can't be sure that all the counties are actually keeping them separate, because the Republicans said, we've asked every county in the state and 25 counties never responded. So we just don't know. So to be extra cautious, Supreme Court, please order the Secretary of State to give the directive again. So they've done that. It shouldn't really change anything now, because the real change would have been if the Supreme Court said to the state, and by the way, you can't count those votes either until we resolve whether that deadline was legally extended or not. So at least for now, this really doesn't change anything. It doesn't delay anything. It does, as you say, keep the avenue open if there's further litigation on disqualifying those votes. But one other thing. Let's assume the Republicans prevail on this point. Their argument has been that the state Supreme Court didn't have the legal authority to extend the deadline, that only the legislature can do that. Let's assume that the Republicans prevail on that. Is that enough votes to make a difference in Pennsylvania? It seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.